my name's Zeo, and welcome once again to another Coffee with Zeo. This is a more free-form, unscripted, podcasty sort of thing that we like to do on this channel about this time each month. Here's where we discuss the current state of PSO2 NGS, as well as let you know what else I've been up to. Not going to be much in the way of supporting visuals, so go ahead and throw this sucker on in the background while you go do dailies or household chores or whatever the hell you do. So, 1 month into version 2, and happy birthday PSO2. I guess we'll start with the limited time quest. Now, I can appreciate that they're trying new things besides the usual pokey slashy stuff that we're accustomed to, but this one, I'm kind of mixed about. The questions are some weird butt crack trivia, and the rewards here are awfully meager. And don't even get me started on the microscopic drop rates for those SP scratch tickets. Come on, man. However, it does net you a shitload of seasonal points once you finish. As a bonus, the weapons and armor that you get are already limit broken to plus 70, so you just gotta get that to 61 and get your 6 slots. So maybe if you haven't played in a while, maybe if you don't have a Neos or you're strapped for resources and don't have a bunch of Arms Refiner 2s, then this might be a good time to come back and get some catch-up gear for when August rolls around. Just make sure you take off the seasonal augment and replace it with something else. I know the whole creative space thing last month wasn't exactly everyone's cup of tea, and those folks want more combat. Well, they're gonna get their wish next month. You know, now that I think about it, something in the roadmap really jumps out at me now that didn't before. The fact that they didn't mention level 80 for December. They did say they were going to slow down on level caps, and I always thought that meant maybe 5 levels every 6 months. So my guess is they're keeping us parked at 75 for a while, and they're rolling out higher rarity weapons and armor over the next few months. Base PSO2's max level was 75 for at least 2 years, maybe longer. Definitely during episode 3. It didn't get bumped up to 80 until like January of 2017, and episode 4 was starting to wind down. I don't know if they mean to keep us at 75 for that long, but I can see at least a year. But who knows, only time will tell. This also has me thinking about Halpha, or more specifically, outside the 4 main regions that we've been gallivanting in for the past 2 years. Yeah, Elma said the areas outside the main 4 islands are an uninhabitable shithole. But since I don't think we're leaving Halpha anytime soon, I do think we're gonna need to explore those areas at some point. What if there's another set of regions on Halpha that underwent a similar experiment to what we did? And what if Zepheto or someone like him was calling the shots there too? At some point we are going to have to move beyond playing defense on these 4 regions. We are inevitably going to have to take the fight to the Starless. So what else has been going on? Well, PSO2 turned 11 the other day, and we threw a party at my creative space to celebrate just that. So the day the servers went live was July 4th, 2012, but the 4th of July fell on a Tuesday this year, which means maintenance day. So I had the party the Saturday beforehand, and oh my goodness, it was lit! So we had a nice dance party, and I played Phantasy Star music, old and new, over on my Twitch channel. I think we had like 15, maybe 16 people show up. My average concurrent viewership for that stream was like 23, 24 maybe, and that's the highest I've had in a long ass time. I have to say that these past few weeks since the ban have been some of the best experiences I've had with PSO2. I know that sounds crazy. I know the banning and the subsequent jump to global drew a few laughs and even a few jabs at my IQ. What, am I not allowed to reevaluate a situation and course correct to keep things moving? There was some definite mea culpa there, but hopefully those individuals have taken their shots and gotten it out of their systems at least. I've been hanging out and doing stuff with folks that I've known for a while but couldn't do anything in game with them because of the whole region thing. I've also met some super cool new people, so let me give a quick shout out to a couple of these folks. One of these folks is Realicious907, who became an official content creator just like I did this past month. Super cool dude, really energetic, just all around a good time. So he got his roots playing Friday the 13th and other horror games. He took a leap of faith and made a pivot to PSO2, and a lot of folks in his community took that leap with him. That had to be a really scary thing for him. We in the Phantasy Star community, especially here on Ship 1, are super proud to have him with us. He has these banging parties at his creative space every Sunday. If you're on ship 1, you should definitely go to one if you have the chance. Who knows, you might even see yours truly there. Then there's BV Nez, who I met through Rhea. Another super cool dude, real knowledgeable about the game. I'll have links to their Twitter and Twitch pages down in the description. Be sure you go give them a follow. As a matter of fact, Rhea was the one who inspired me to throw my party. I think if I have another one of those, I'm probably going to do it during normal prime time. I started that last one before noon Pacific on a Saturday, and things were pretty slow for the first couple hours. But they did pick up. All things considered, it went smoother than I could have hoped, and people really seemed to be enjoying themselves. I didn't have anyone trying to be a disruptive idiot there or on Twitch, so if I throw another one in the future, it might be Thanksgiving and or Christmas. I like to stream on those holidays for at least a couple hours because I know there are folks who maybe don't have friends or family to hang out with during those days. That time of year can be especially stressful and depressing for a lot of folks, and I can definitely empathize as someone who lost his mom to pancreatic cancer on Thanksgiving morning one year. My way of giving back to the community that's blessed me beyond measure. So what else have I been up to? Well, the Secret of Mana retrospective script is done. That's been a really fun rabbit hole. Like, that game probably would have been Chrono Trigger if not for a certain series of events. And then you had the ill-fated Super Nintendo CD add-on, which was going to be called PlayStation because it was a joint project between Sony and Nintendo. The Super Nintendo sound chip was actually made by Sony. It's a crazy story. So Ken Kutaragi, the father of PlayStation, almost lost his job over that shit. He made the deal with Nintendo behind his boss's back and started making the chip in secret. The top brass at Sony caught wind of it and they were pissed. They'd always seen video games as kind of a passing fad back then. So you want to hear something crazy? That Birth of Phantasy video I put out back in February is popping off like crazy right now. Speaking of which, I've noticed some things being said about it, not in the comment section, but elsewhere.
He didn't spend enough time on this game. He didn't spend enough time on that game. He didn't spend enough time on the text adventure. Da 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 da.
I take great pride in the stuff that I put out here and ensuring that it's informative yet concise as possible. And if that doesn't live up to your expectations, well, I don't know what else to tell you. You're not going to please all the people all the time though, I get it. So what are you enjoying the most so far, whether it's in PSO or something else? You know how much I love chopping it up with you guys in the comments section and on the streams. Come on by and hang out sometime, we'd love to have you. Anyway, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and remember, to thine own self be true. Until next time, farewell.